What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about things you should know about OSRS if you're just getting back into the game, or just some useful tips. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Undoubtedly, my number one tip is Runelight. It's jam-packed with all sorts of plugins that make the game a lot more accessible and more fun. Among some of my favorites are Quest Helper, HD plugin, and the FashionScape plugin. Overall, this website is just filled with many things that outdo the standard game client, and it makes the game a lot more fun and a lot more streamlined. If you don't have it yet, I highly recommend you check out Runelight. Next up is the OSRS wiki. There's just so much useful information on here, all curated by the community. You can pretty much find anything from quest guides to specific details on minute items like coal ore or practically anything. There's money making guides on here, there's tips for new players, there's Iron Man specific guides. Almost anything you're looking for within the game can be found on this website. You just have to search for it. So the OSRS wiki is very important, and I find myself coming back to this time and time again. Next up, we have something that is geared more towards players who plan on participating in PvP, and this will be the combat level calculator through the RuneScape tools. Essentially, what this does is you can put in hypothetical stats from anything with hit points to prayer to range, mage, etc., and it will tell you your exact combat level with those stats and what you can gain in each individual skill before moving up to another particular combat level. So this is super useful if you're trying to theory craft builds, or just look at hypotheticals and make an account tailored towards PvP. Now we have something that has opened up the game for so many people, whether you don't have a PC to play the game on, or you're just older and strapped for time. The addition of RuneScape Mobile has made the game just so much more accessible. It's something that you can pick up for a couple minutes and play, or you can play while you're on the go. I highly recommend anyone looking at playing OSRS in 2023 picks up mobile for at least some AFK grinds, and it is super useful for AFK type stuff. Speaking of AFK, we have a video on the channel here that really goes over my favorite AFK methods, and some of these are great for mobile, so I highly recommend you guys check that video out. And mobile is just an overall great addition to the game. You guys should definitely look into it. Now we have a tip that seems so simple, but oftentimes kind of gets lost nowadays. As I mentioned before, the player base is aging, and with that, we focus more on efficiency with this game, and efficiency can oftentimes take out a lot of the enjoyment within the game. If you enjoy doing something like mini games, castle wars, or not always looking for the most XP efficient method, can really open up the game for you and allow you to just enjoy it for what it is. The beauty of RuneScape is that it can be whatever you want, and for me, I enjoy PvP, so I spend a lot of my time doing that, but other players, really enjoy PvM and high-level bossing, and as I mentioned with Castle Wars, there's players that just play Castle Wars, even to this day. So, kind of straying away from the efficiency grind set mode of the game, and allowing yourself to have fun. It is a game after all, and enjoying yourself is important. Now, if the grind is what you enjoy and you have fun doing that, then obviously go ahead and do that. But for most of us, taking a step back and just reconsidering what we like to do and what makes us happy playing the game is something we should all look at and look forward to. Next up, we have coin management. If you're a standard account and you're not an Iron Man, you have access to purchasing bonds through the Grand Exchange, which essentially can be exchanged for GP, in-game currency, or membership. Now, some players just use this as a form of membership so they don't have to use real money, but some players buy bonds to fund their accounts and sell the bonds for GP. Now, this is something that can open up a lot of doors for a player and make the game a lot more fun for a player, but on the other hand, it can also hinder the player's experience and make the game feel like it's not rewarding in the way that it should be. So understanding what you want from the game, your goals, etc., before purchasing bonds or not purchasing bonds is very important. Um, for example, I go back to PvP. If you're someone that likes PvP, starting up a new account, you're just going to need a good amount of GP to get started. So you may want to consider buying some bonds and getting the GP that you need to get your account going, because without it, you essentially really can't use the account for what it's for. If you're looking to make a main, starting small is important. Don't go out and buy hundreds of dollars worth of bonds, because you're going to ruin the game for yourself most likely. I mean, it is subjective, but it depends. Start small and help it. Use the bond system as something to kind of help or aid your gameplay in a way that's healthy and keeps the game engaging and interactive for you. Now we get into goals. Having proper goals is important because it keeps the game engaging and it kind of keeps you into it and provides you with that sense of accomplishment. So, with RuneScape being kind of a make it what you will or what you want type of game, there are no hard requirements on, a specific goal. So setting goals yourself that are appropriate and align with your values for the game will provide you with, that sense of accomplishment that will keep you coming back. I like to have short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals for this game. So short-term goals, anything that can take a day or two, medium, a week or two, and long-term, a month or two, or maybe even years. This way, you're always striving towards something and you're always accomplishing something. With a game like this where you can literally do something for 300, 400 hours straight, just clicking on the same thing like mining, it's super important to have manageable and obtainable goals that kind of keep you going. Lastly, we have join groups. With each passing year, it feels like the game gets less and less social. But I can't stress enough how important it is to, engage with that social aspect of the game. By joining a clan or a Discord or a group that shares similar interests with you and similar goals, you have that sense of camaraderie with one another, and you have that social aspect that is just so valuable for this game. It helps with the grind. It helps, doing things together just adds another element of fun to this game. And I would highly recommend you look for a group of friends or, some sort of social aspect to consider with this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just some quick tips that I have for, somebody just getting into RuneScape, or maybe you're coming back. Some things to make the game a bit better for you. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel out immensely. Thanks guys, have a great day.